Welcome to the Daily Devo. My name is Diana. Today we are talking about Jesus as the light of the world. In this series, we are looking at key verses in the Bible about light. And in today's verse, Jesus is in Jerusalem. He's in the city area around the temple. And the Jewish people at this time were celebrating one of their yearly festivals. Now, this particular festival, it remembers how God led the Israelite people, the people of God, through the desert with this pillar of fire by night and a cloud by day. You can find that in Exodus 13:21. And as God's people left slavery in Egypt back then, and God guided them through the dark desert nights with this pillar of fire, that pillar of fire was lighting their path and leading them on from the darkness. Well, it's in the midst of this context that Jesus is going to tell the crowd today's verse. Let's take a look at it. It's found in John chapter 8, starting in verse 12. Here's what it says. When Jesus spoke again to the people, he said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." Did you hear what Jesus said? He said, "I am the light of the world. And whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." Now, this is one of the 7 I am statements where Jesus gives revelation about his name and his nature. That means he says, "I am the light. I am the bread of life." Things like that in Scripture. Well, in today's verse, we see that the light of the world is Jesus, and Jesus is the light that pushes back the darkness, always. And just like the pillar of fire in the Old Testament where God led his people through the dark nights, Jesus is saying that he is the light that guides all followers of Jesus through the darkness, whatever kind of darkness you may be facing, that Jesus is the one who guides along right paths. Think about that. Jesus followers, anyone, right, who has received the gift of grace from Jesus, who believes that Jesus is Lord, has access to Jesus, that Jesus lights their way through. So where are you following Jesus this week? Have you looked for him in his way? Are you journeying through grief, joy, challenge, change? Are you following Jesus through healing, through growing, through rebuilding? Are you looking for his way no matter where you find yourself? Today, think about the truth that Jesus is the light of the world, that he guides even in the darkness. The question is, will we follow Jesus and his way today? If you'd like a reminder on the way of Jesus or what it is, try listening to Matthew's chapters 5 through 7, and it will remind you of some of the ways of Jesus. We'll see you next time.